Hello everybody, my name is Superscrull. Welcome back to Let's Play Feed the Beast Nature. Last left off, we were starting off to build our not mob, but it was a wither skeleton farm kind of thing, or mob system thingy mabob. And so, as you can see, I've done some work since the last episode. Not too much, nothing too intensive. I just expanded the lava tank, so it can now hold 6.4 million, and you can see it's slowly going down because I actually set up something to use the lava, and I have my my ghetto way of turning it off is by covering up the solar panels. And I added a lot more solar panels, as you can see. Not really necessary, though, because it was already producing pretty fast. The reason I added more was because these four were no longer keeping up. Because what I did is I instead of just having the one output for each one, I have liquid ducts going to every side except for the bottom of the tesseract. Because how tesseracts work is basically they can send I think an infinite amount of liquid, but they can only receive a certain amount and only output from one of their sides a certain amount. So I can send more lava than this is actually sending out if I only put it in one side. So I put it on all sides and it sends out more, if you understand what I mean. So I made this a lot bigger. I can only hold 6.4 million though, and I have it turned off so it's not making any lava right now. I made a bunch of clear glass, but I don't really need it anymore. Another thing I did was, instead of using the redstone clock and having the faucets here or whatever, and having just like a hopper and a chest, I use liquid ducts, because liquid ducts, all I do is I flip the lever and it pulls it out without the redstone clock, because what the redstone clock does is it constantly sends out a signal, and that really hurts the CPU. Yeah, so, and just causes a lot of lag in the game if you leave it too many running. So you need two though, because if you only had one, then both sides would be pulling out, and it would actually never go into here. So you need two for that. Another thing I have going, obviously, to use the lava is the igneous extruder. It's a machine, not too hard to make. It's a igneous. Did I spell that wrong? I spelled that wrong. It's a thermal expansion machine. It's pretty easy to make, just a pneumatic servo, the machine frame, the pistons, tin, and glass. It's a pneumatic servo. And what it does is you can make either cobblestone, stone, or obsidian. So you need to have water and lava in it. If you're making cobblestone or stone, it won't actually use the lava or the water. It'll just make it. But to make obsidian, you need to use 1,000 millibuckets, equal to 1 bucket of both lava and water. So I have lava coming in from a liquid tesseract that is being pulled out from underneath the lava tank. And whoops. And I have an aqueous accumulator down here, just putting the water in. I need to show you. I just wanted to show you quickly the system I have for this. Don't ignore the red for now. So you can't just have a tesseract connected to the bottom. Oh, by the way, to put it in and take it out, you need to obviously use the tank drain or whatever it's called. What is it called? The tank valve. But you need to have a liquid duct of some sort, or maybe Buildcraft liquid transport pipes, because you can't directly take out from the liquid tesseract. You need to actually pull out with the liquid ducts. Obviously, you need a lever to actually, make it come out, and then it goes through here. That's what and this is obviously going to the igneous extruder. Whoops. And okay, so now I made this other tank a lot bigger, and I was actually having troubles deciding the size because I didn't know exactly what size you can do. Then I realized if you just look at the tank blocks, it'll tell you the multi-block variable size hollow, heights 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and diameters 3, 5, 7, 9. So it actually tells you what sizes you can make it out of, so that's good to know. So this one is a lot bigger than that one, obviously, because I need this a lot more. And you understand, what's that green stuff in there? You're probably asking yourself. It's actually something called mob essence. And I'll get into that a little bit later, but this tank can hold 12,554,000. And I also have a liquid tesseract, sorry, bringing in here on the Mob Essence channel, and I'll explain why in a second. So this is what I'm doing for the mob farm here. Is I made this spawning room out of the the black forest bricks. I like the way they look on the clear glass. To make the black forest bricks, what you need to do is make forest bricks. And the recipe doesn't give you this properly, because if you look up the black forest bricks, it tells you to make it. You need to use black forest bricks with with an ink sac to make the black forest bricks, which is how do you make it if you need it to make it. So what you actually need to do is make the yellow ones, because those are the ones you normally make. So you use your stone bricks and a forest nugget, and you get 8. and then you put those around in a circle and put the ink sac or whatever color you want in there to get the color that you need. So I need the black ones. I like the black ones. They're also very vibrant and colorful, and they have a cool effect when you hit them or walk on them. I think maybe not walk on them. Right, and I have the clear glass obviously. And so now I want to show you. We can go underneath here. I also set up a little ME system over here for the items I'm going to be getting. So I have an ultimate hybrid solar panel. I made up a lot more UU matter. I just let it run. And I just have an ME chest. I never showed you this, but the ME chest is like a single storage kind of thing. It's not too hard to make. Just chest, iron, the conversion matrix, the glass. If you forget how to make the conversion matrix, it's like that. And what it does is it only has one storage. You need to put one storage drive in here, and it'll hold only that. So I put a 64K in there, like the max you can have. And this is connected to, hold on, where is my, I know I made a hole. Here it is. I cover this entire inside with red force brick, which is made the same way as the black, except with the red dye instead. I don't know, it seems like a lot, right? There's so much red everywhere, but I kind of like the way it's very colorful and vibrant and almost offensive to the eyes. Anyway, yeah, so that's what the inside looks like, just for a little bit of aesthetics. I don't know, I didn't like it how it looked. It was like stone, gravel, and dirt. It was just kind of disgusting looking. So what I have here is 4 things set up, and I actually need to get into the front to show you. So let me do that. I need to get in. Where's the way out? Where's the way out? Here you are. Right. So we just break this. So how this works is this is the soul cage, obviously, and I'm going to put the soul gem in that. But what you need something to kill the mob, so I'm using grinders, and this is MFR grinders. To make them, there's 2 kinds, obviously. This one is not this is what you're looking for. It's this one. This is the MFR one. It's really easy to make. It's just tin gears, which is made with tin and iron. Books, redstone reception coil, the machine frame, a gold sword, and the plastic sheets, which is made by raw plastic, which is smelting rubber. And so this is what it looks like, and it has like a interface, so it needs power. Either MJ or EU. I have MJ going into it. And it has no work right now because it's not doing anything. I have 4, but I have a feeling I'm going to need to add more because this is a tier 5 spawner. The soul gem is tier 5, so I think I'm going to need more. But basically this needs power. Also, when it kills mobs, it makes something called the mob essence, which is why I have the tank, and it fills this up. And I don't want to waste this because a lot of MFR machines actually use the mob essence for something, like to run. So I'm actually going to collect it in the tank. So I have a liquid tesseract just teleporting the mob essence to the tank. And I also need power, so I have the redstone energy conduits coming from the energy tesseracts, which is... Yeah, so let me just get down there and show you again. So I only have 2 of these, and if I add more grinders, I have a feeling I'm going to need more power. But I have 2 energy tesseracts, each powering 2 grinders, as you can see. Another one in that corner. And then on the back, if I remove this... you can see the grinder actually has this hole here, and this way, what it's going to do is if you don't have an inventory here, it'll shoot out items that it gets from killing the mobs. So I put an ME interface there, and then I have a ME cable running around all the interfaces and going up to the ME chest system I have up there. So that's basically the setup for this whole thing and how I'm going to run this. That's the setup, and the power, by the way, is just coming from over here. For those grinders, I just have a... So it's coming from there's wires underneath here, those ones, and it's coming into the this thing here, the IC/HV consumer. It goes to the energy bridge, going to the BC producer, then going out to the energy tesseract. I have a feeling this is not going to be enough power if I want to run more systems, and I don't think 4 is enough to kill the level like tier 5. Because it spawns a lot. Trust me, it spawns a lot, and each one of these I think has a kill range of like 5 blocks in front of it and beside it. So they should be able to cover this entire area. By the way, this is I think a 9x9. I don't think I need that much of a room, and I also think I made this a bit too high. But I wanted to make it tall enough because wither skeletons are like 2.5 or 3 blocks tall, not 2. If this was a normal system, I would only make it like 5 blocks tall. But because it's 6, because it's so much, I want to make it a little bit taller. So let's sleep and get to doing this. So I'm going to need the soul gem, obviously. I think I have it in here. Yeah, tier 5. The reason I have, by the way, some mob juice in here is because I used my gravity gun, went over to the ominous woods and grabbed a couple mobs, dropped them in here to see how well it worked. Obviously, I couldn't get a real test because this is I just put a few in there. and this is like gonna spawn a lot. And if you don't believe me how much this will spawn, then you'll see shortly. So I right click in there and boom. So oh, see they're already getting stuck on top. So basically they're spawning now, and the I don't know, the grinders seem to be keeping up, but if I feel like I've left this on for too long, it wouldn't be able to keep up. And obviously, there's going to be the odd one that gets stuck on top. I don't think there's any way of stopping that except by putting a block on top, but I have the lever there, so that one guy, I guess, is just going to have to wait there. Ooh, look at that hat. And now if I kill them, I should be getting the items in here. Look, I already have 2 wither skeleton skulls. That's fantastic. I already have 2. The system will honestly, if you leave it running for long enough, you'll get thousands of them. And so this one guy's bothering me, but I don't think I can do anything about it. Come on, get out of there. Are you just glitched? Okay, there you are. So I don't. The system doesn't seem to be like too badly taxed. You know, it's just there's a few in there, but it seems to be keeping up rather well. I feel like if I left this running for too long, then they get a large build-up in there, and that would cause problems. But other than that, that's not bad. And you can see this thing is filling up. I went from 5,000 to 17,000. And you can see it's coming in there. It's not bad, not bad. I like this. It's a really good way to get bones. 7. I already have 7 ways. So this is a fantastic way of getting those. 8. I have 71 coal already and 62 bones. So this is a really good way of getting coal, if anything else. And wither skeleton skulls, obviously. But I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that coal. And oh, here's the problem I run now. If too many get stuck on top, they're not gonna spawn on the bottom, and then we're gonna have issues. So I might have to find a way to stop them from spawning on top. Let me turn the system off, actually, because I don't think I need it anymore. I need to be very careful not to break. Ooh, look, I got a heart. Miniature heart. Yeah, I need to be very careful not to break that soul cage, because once I do, I lose the soul gem inside of it. So 12 wither skeletons, that's fantastic. And no items seem to be dropping on the ground, because I actually put a slime in here, and the slime balls were just dropping on the ground and not getting picked up. But it doesn't seem to be a problem. 26,000 essence, not bad. So that's decent, actually. That's not bad. I like that. If I don't have it running for too long, which I don't see why I would have it running for too long, then I guess it'll be okay. The grinders seem to be keeping up, and hopefully the power situation isn't too bad. I don't think they're running out of power. Obviously, this isn't a fair test now that they've had time to get power, like store more power into them. But whoops. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like that. If I find something to do with the bones, then that'll probably be a good idea to keep this thing running after a certain amount. If I lose a certain amount of bones, if I can use the bones for power of some sort, I use biogenerators or whatever. I make biomass and you produce power like that. That wouldn't be too bad. Other than that, though, I mean, I like the system. What else can we do today? I don't really have anything else planned. I thought that was gonna take a lot longer, but then I started setting everything up off screen, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so then that won't take too long. What else can we do? Oops. Well, I have a lot of obsidian, by the way, like a lot. Still making it, obviously. I didn't turn it off. Yeah, I have 2,600. That's a lot. What else did I want to do? How much do you matter? Producing decently fast. How much do I have? I have 2593. I made a bunch of ultimate hybrids, by the way. That's why I'm using so many of them. With like very unsparingly is the word, I guess. Ultimates. Yeah, I have 5 left. I kind of want to get a quarry started just because I want more resources. But I don't want to do that like in the mainland. I want to make Mistcraft Ages to do that. And so I'm probably going to have to start doing some exploring with the Mistcraft. I guess I can set up all the patterns to do Mistcraft stuff. So, writing. So I need a writing desk. In code. Do I have a pattern for glass bottle? If I don't, I'll put one in. Just. What else do I need? I need a mixer. And I need need a notebook. There's an iron note block. What was that? Iron. There's an iron note block. What was that? Interesting. What else do I need for Mistcraft? Let me go at Mist. There we go. So I can see other things. So writing desk, unlinked book. Oh, the bookbinder, right? Code that. Might as well get a lectern down as well. The pattern for it. Now you guys probably don't know what's going on here with these what these items are, but these are used for Mistcraft, and we'll get into that next episode, I guess, because we need to do that before we start doing quarries. And it's funny how I have a mob system up before. In iron tanks and stuff like that, or steel tanks, before I even have a quarry up. Because normally you want to get the quarry started right away to get all those resources. But I prefer to actually do the mining. But the quarry is fun to just get resources when you don't want to do mining. I've already done a ton of mining for this world anyway. So yeah, I think there's a way also to. I don't want to turn that back on. Yeah. To Ooh, look, a TARDIS. I want to get that. Hold on. It's already dead. Move. There we go. Yeah, so I prefer the mining. I did the mining, and we're good now, and we're getting mob essence. And I'll let that run and see if there's any problem. I should let that run and see if we do get any problems or buildup of mobs just for a test. So I think that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And hold on, I just want to show you my armor. Yeah. Oh yeah, the advanced solar helmet. I turned my normal nano suit helmet into an advanced solar helmet. Well, let me see something. Helmet. I want to see if there's any other solar helmets. So there's the advanced solar helmet. There's the normal nano suit helmet. All right. So with the advanced solar helmet, you basically need the nanosuit helmet, you need an advanced solar panel and all this goodness. And basically what it does, it's obviously like a solar panel on your head, so it'll charge your armor, which is good because when I'm normally wearing my nanosuit armor, this nanosuit charges my Vadra, which I love and I'm using very, very much. So it has to charge a lot and I end up running out of power. And then it also has to charge the helmet and the boots and whatever else I'm wearing that takes power. So with the solar helmet, it'll charge up itself, it'll charge everything else, including my Vadra and my nano chest plate, which is good. I also I want to rename my Vadra because it's such a good tool. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, I don't think you can enchant it. I'm pretty sure you can't. But who cares? It's already so good. I don't see a reason to enchant it. I tried to actually put sharpness 5 on it and it wouldn't work. But I did able to put haste on my boots, which means, sorry about that. I can walk a little bit faster even without the force stuff on. I still walk a little bit faster than if I didn't have it on. So you can see I walk pretty slow. Put haste 3 and it's a little bit faster. Obviously it'd be better if I was wearing all my force stuff, but I think having 3 pieces of nano and 1 force is good because the force adds a little bit of speed and the nano is just all protection and flying and stuff like that. So that's good. Yeah, so I wanted to name my Vadra, but I don't know what and I don't have any levels. Let me get some essence berries that taste like creepers, you know? It's really weird. It says taste like creeper. What should we name a Vadra? I don't know. It's such a good tool. Like, what can you name it? How many levels will it cost me? Okay, about 7. Oh, I actually have 7. Perfect. Okay, what should I name this, guys? It's the awesomest tool ever. Honestly, I should name it the Batman's utility belt because it's as convenient as that. It doesn't remind me of anything like super special. I don't know what to name it. I guess we can just name it a normal name. Just give it an actual like pet name or something. Let's name it. Now this is challenging. I'm trying to think through all Marvel and DC database that I know because I generally like to name things after superhero stuff. You know, let's just name it the Spider Claw. I don't know why. It kind of looks like a claw. It's red like Spider-Man. It has the bit of goodness to it. I have no idea. I just like Spider-Man. Just leave me alone. And I watched the recent trailer that came out of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. It looks pretty good. Ooh, look, the mob essence still going. Okay, let's see if this is if there's a problem with this system. Alright, so we have a couple people getting stuck. That's not too bad. I can fix that. No problem. I can't seem to reach you to get you out of there. Alright. Yeah, so Spider Claw. That's now we have our Spider Claw. It kind of looks like a claw, I guess. 32 with their skeleton skulls. How's the yeah, storage on this thing is fantastically fine. Wait, what's that? Why is it flashing? Power going out? I doubt it, because I have an ultimate hybrid here. Anyway, yeah. So next episode we'll cover the Mistcraft stuff, and then that probably episode after that we'll do Corey if we can. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.